Hello Year 5, it's Mrs Withers here. This is just a little video from me to introduce myself and tell you about how excited I am to meet you in September. So I am absolutely thrilled to hear that I am going to be your new class teacher in September. I have heard absolutely amazing things about the whole year group, and especially about 5HL from Mrs Homer and Mrs Lesniewski. So I just can't wait for you to be the new 6W in September. I will let you into a little bit of a secret. Year 6 is the best year at Brindley. You are going to have an amazing time in Year 6. You're the oldest in the school, and with that comes a lot of responsibility and expectation, but also a lot of reward as well. So yes, we're going to work hard next year. We've got SATs to do, but also we've got lots and lots and lots of things to look forward to as well, especially the residential, the young enterprise, and the Year 6 Leavers play, just to name a few things. I'm sure some of you are already looking forward to the water fight as well. So it is going to be an amazing year, and most children leave Brindley saying that Year 6 is the best year. So I am really looking forward to being a Year 6 teacher once again, and I'm really looking forward to having you as my class next year. In the next part of this video, what I'm going to do is share with you a PowerPoint that I've made with just a few little pictures, just to tell you a little bit more about me. So for your transition week activities, we've asked you to do some activities to do with you. So there's an identity art activity where you get to draw yourself and tell us about yourself. But there's also a writing activity where you also get to write about yourself and tell us more about you. So in this bit, I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about me. So hopefully, come September, we already know a little bit more about each other, and we feel quite comfortable when we meet in September for the first time. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen with you. So if you just bear with me a moment, I'll just do that, and then hopefully you can also see my face on the screen as well. Okay, so the first thing that I really want to tell you about me is I'm a little bit of a crazy dog lady. I have got two doggies. The ginger dog in the pictures, she is a Hungarian Vizsla. Her name is Daisy, and she's nearly 2 years old. And then recently, I've just added another dog to my family. So the brown dog in the picture, that is Bella, and she is a German short-haired pointer, and she's just a little puppy at the moment. She's 13 weeks old. So we're having lots of excitement, lots of interesting times, trying to do some toilet training and things like that. But those are my two doggies. So in my house, I live with my husband and my two dogs, Daisy and Bella. The next thing that I wanted to tell you about me is that I really enjoy traveling. I love going to other countries and experiencing different cultures, trying the different foods, doing different things there. So on the screen, I've just included 3 pictures from places that I have traveled to recently. So one of the pictures is from a place called Kerala in India, and that's a photo of me and my husband kayaking there on the canals. The middle picture is a place that I went to last summer, and it's in the mountains in a country called Georgia. And we did a 4-day hike there. And on one of the days, we saw this beautiful glacier that you can see in the picture. We also had to wade through the river just downstream from the glacier, which, as you can imagine, it was absolutely freezing to do so, but a really great experience. And the final picture is a picture of me overlooking some volcanoes in Indonesia. that are obviously active volcanoes. So a really, really fascinating place to visit. I'm also really excited to be the geography coordinator for the school next year. So hopefully we can do lots of exciting geography work in year 6, doing lots of map work, looking at Google Maps and creating our own maps when we're looking at different places around the world. Another thing about me is I really like sport. I'm into all sorts of different sports. I particularly like running. I have competed in a marathon and I've done lots of different half marathons as well. I also really like bike riding and going on bike rides down the canal with my husband and my dog Daisy, as you can see in the picture there. I also enjoy skiing, and again that complements my love of travelling to different places because I get to travel to different places and to have a go at skiing there as well. The next picture that I put on is of the outdoors. I love to be outside doing different activities, whether that's a sport or doing something a little bit different like camping or spending time in my garden. I really like just being outside and gardening as well. I'm hoping to go camping this summer to the Lake District, so I'm really looking forward to that. I am also a bit of a foodie. I love my food, whether that's something simple or something a little bit exotic. I like to try a bit of everything. So in the pictures on the screen there, just some foods that I've tried in different places. So I love sushi. I think it's absolutely delicious, especially in Japan. The middle picture is of a thali that I had in India. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of food there. Some rice, a papadum, a flatbread, and lots of different curries. Now that thali in the picture cost less than £1. So that is something that I had in India, and it's really delicious. And the final picture is a food that I tried in South Korea. Not so delicious, I've got to admit, and it was a little bit of a mistake that I ordered this, but the picture is of a food called bundegi, which is boiled woodlice. Yep, it did taste as bad as it sounded, I'm going to be honest with you. A little bit of an accident ordering it. I didn't know what I was ordering off the menu, and it certainly inspired me to go away and learn a little bit more of the Korean language. Which brings me on to my next slide. So I actually lived and worked in South Korea for 2 years. I taught English over there to the children. So there's a picture of me in the school that I worked at, but also a picture of me eating some Korean barbecue, and a picture of Seoul, which is the capital of South Korea, in the night time, and you can see all the neon street lights there. Because I lived in South Korea for 2 years, I do know a little bit of Korean. I don't claim to be fluent in Korean, but I know quite a few words and phrases. I can also read and write in Hangul, which is the Korean alphabet. And believe it or not, it's actually really, really easy to learn the Korean alphabet, and it's something that I love to teach children to do. So hopefully next year when you're in my class, if we get a little bit of free time, we could do a little bit of Korean and learn to read and write in their alphabet. The other thing I wanted to say to you about where I've lived is you might notice that I've got a little bit of an accent. I lived and grew up in Manchester for the first 18 years of my life. So not from round here, but that might explain to you a little bit more about why I have a bit of a different accent. Okay, year 5, that is the end of my PowerPoint. The final thing I just want to say to you is enjoy doing the transition activities this week. Please send them to us at the Year 6 email address, year6@brindleyacademy.com, because the whole idea of these transition activities is that we can get to know you a little bit more, just like hopefully you've got to know me a little bit more by watching this video. Okay, and enjoy the summer, stay safe, and I really, really am looking forward to seeing you in September and being your new teacher. Okay, goodbye.